Hello, my name is Mike Fisher. This is my Experiment 7 presentation, I guess, lab, for the BCD up-down counter. This is for EET238, the fall semester of 2017. Name, course number, corresponding name and number, and the date of the recording. Oh, today is Wednesday the 13th, and let's have a look. So this was, we're going to kind of follow along with the experiment here. Yep, this was our circuit, and this is my circuit. You can ignore the 555 timer for the moment here, but I do have the button wired in to cause the light or the number to count down. Also just a quick note, I ran into a lot of problems with this, and I worked quite a bit with the TA Patrick, and yeah, we were kind of tearing out our hairs for days on this one. So let's fire it up, and I'll kind of talk through what some of the issues we're working with. One immediate thing that I noticed is that it called for 9 volts. I lowered it to 5, and what I found with that was that the counter was actually more reliable, and that the I haven't started the signal generator yet. The counter was more reliable, and the LED's not quite as bright, but the circuit actually worked just fine. So here on my waveform generator, I'm set up for 1 hertz, a little bit faster count, 5 volts. Let's go ahead and start that to running, and you can see we are counting. So, and if I hold my button, she counts down. So, worked fine with the waveform generator. The other thing that we ran into was this attenuator on my probe here. When I switch that to 1, the numbers kind of go all over the place. Oh, it was counting odd numbers, that's right. So we switch that over, and she counts just fine. Button counts right back down. Skip the number there, that was interesting. Okay, so the purpose of this lab was to build a BCD up-down counter and display the decimal output, which we did. It counts up as expected and counts down when I hold the button. So everything worked quite well. If we scroll down to the 555 timer, this one's pretty easy for me to switch over actually. I just pull this, and I already had my input set up. That goes to pin 15, and voila, she counts. And if I hold my button, she counts back down. Oh, you'll notice too, just to kind of speed this along, I changed the capacitor in here. I believe I went from 100 microfarads to 10 microfarad, so it's much faster to follow with the video. Construction wasn't a problem. The one issue that we did run into was pin 10 on the 4029. I originally had the pull-up resistor coming from power to here, jumped from here to my button. Extra credit, cat, thank you. And so what I ended up doing was, it seemed like there were some problems with there being power and potential ground on the same pin. So I ended up moving power to here, jumping power on this side, and then my button shorts everything to ground over here, as you can see. This was actually pretty good once we got everything working properly. Apply power, show inputs. What does the experiment show? Yeah, everything worked pretty much as expected. All in all, it was pretty good. It was very reminiscent of experiment 1, where we used the 4543, which I didn't have a 4511, but ultimately I think everything went very well. And yeah, there were no calculations or anything to turn in on this one, so hopefully everything's good. Thanks and take care.